Morning. This is kind of interesting to me anyway. So here's my phone that I usually use to do my live videos. And I'm talking to you from my laptop. So this is showing the town that I lived in before I moved to Valdosta, Georgia. And apparently, former President Trump has a motorcade that's supposed to come down this road in the town. There's no traffic on the road because I guess they said the Secret Service um, has cleared the way ahead of the motorcade. Um, I just think it's really interesting. I'll make this louder. Welcome to Coleman, Mr. President. We're seeing local authorities as well as federal authorities escorting. Local authorities, like I said, as well as federal authorities that are escorting Trump ahead. We're going to hold just a few more minutes. I'm not sure if he was in one of the vehicles that was traveling as it came by. We're going to hold just for a few minutes while if we start to see normal traffic resume, we are for sure that he's come through. However, I've not seen normal traffic resume as of the moment. I don't know. I guess this is one of the wonders of the modern age that you can looks like we've got watch this. Um, I I have the phone turned this way because when I had it turned the other way, well, I'll show you. You get a zillion comments, every possible view, from, um, he's still our president to, he lost the election, wake up you fools, and all sorts of things. And we got. Looks like we may have normal traffic resuming. I don't know. It's just really interesting. Um, okay, well, whole lot of pickup trucks. It looks like we've got normal traffic resuming. Normal traffic's resuming. We've got a huge group of officials. We're going to maintain our live stream for a few more minutes just to be on the safe side. Well, I'll leave this on in the background. And okay, guys, it looks like we've got full traffic levels now, so we're going to go and get our live stream here. This has been the Recognition Motorcade coming into Coleman. This is Jacob with Coleman Daily. And we'll have team acting rally coming all evening. We've got unfortunately Jamie Speakman and Justin Prince on the scene at the rally as well as Sam. All that entire team is at the rally tonight. More photos and videos will be coming later. We're also going to be bringing you live from right broadcasting. Okay. Well, on to what's truly important to you and to me. Making some coffee. So what did I already forget? I think I put Stormio in here, and I've got my almond coconut milk. I'm not quite sure how to have the. Oh, look, and we've got rainbows this morning. Anyhow, let's get going for some coffee. Grayson and I already had a walk this morning. How far did we walk? Oh, we didn't even make it 3/4 of a mile. Well, that's okay. It's a sunny day. I'm happy. Um,
I wasn't planning to, show you that thing from my phone, but it happened to pop up, and I thought, oh, well, I wonder, what's going to happen here. This is kind of interesting. I started reading some of the comments. It reminded me of it takes all kinds to make the world go round, right? And we're all entitled to our opinions. Golly. Anyway, so that was a little bit interesting, or not, as the case may be. So I'm making my Stormio in my lovely Grayson cup. And where is Grayson? He's laying on the floor waiting for me. Anyhow, so I was going to tell you about this thing. This has to do with um, one of the little ways that stress can be reduced in our lives. Again, it's something that I learned from. Um, oh my goodness. Okay, I'm getting coffee splattered on my laptop. That's okay. One of the things that I learned from the book, the audio book I've been listening to, called The Upward Spiral by Alex Korb, PhD. And what that book is about is little steps you can take to help bring you up out of feeling down or depressed. So um, he talked about experiments that have been done with rats and how it was found, and in fact replicated with people too, that if you have a choice, if you can make a decision and have a choice in matters, it generally helps you to feel more in control, and your brain releases chemicals that make you feel up and positive. Oh, let me get a drink of my coffee here. I've been doing all this talking. I need something to wet the whistle. Something good. Anyhow, so I wanted to give you a practical example of this. So, one of my kids lives in a foreign country, but is still a citizen of the United States. So that means she gets to pay taxes not only here, but there also. And she had a check coming from the IRS, as a tax refund. And it was coming care of me. And I get that, what is it called? I can't remember the name of it. Where the post office shows you, they send you an email with little pictures of the things that are coming to your mailbox. And I saw, U.S. Treasury and, her name and everything. I thought, oh, good, her refund check is coming. And it tells you what day it's going to arrive. Well, and this is from the Postal Service, okay? So I go to the mailbox. It's not there. I go the next day. Nothing. And there's a little thing that you can check off that says I did not receive this piece of mail. So I checked that and submitted it. But I felt like, have you ever come to a crosswalk and there's a button that you can push that is supposed to make the light change from red to green so that you can cross? And, you press on the button, and sometimes you wonder, is this even connected to anything? Well, that's how I sort of felt about this submit button. I thought, how many millions and millions of people get this email about what mail has come to their box, and they don't get certain mail, and they click, the submit button. I mean, it even shows you ads that are coming to your mailbox, and coupons and things like that. And what if you didn't get it? I mean, there's probably people have nothing better to do and they'll click, I did not receive this and submit it. Who knows if anybody would ever see the fact that I did not receive this piece of mail. So I asked a friend of mine who lives across the street from the mailboxes in our apartment complex. I said, if you see the mail person coming, give me a call, please, because, I want to go talk to them and find out what's going on. So this piece of mail was supposed to arrive, I believe, on a Monday or Tuesday, and it's already Saturday. Well, she called me up. I ran up there, and the mail lady said, oh, did you push that submit thing, click submit? I said, yes, but what happens? And she said, well, frankly, I really don't know. Nobody's ever asked me that. And I said, well, what can I do? Is there anyone I can talk to? She said, well, you can call the post office and, ask to speak to a supervisor. And I said, well, it's Saturday. She said, well, they're open. She told me which branch is open. And she said, I think the supervisor's there. You could go over there. So I thought, yes, that's what I'm going to do. Already, at first I felt so helpless and I felt down when I had not received that mail day after day. And I was so aware of, what can I do? Oh my gosh, what action can I take that will have an effect on this situation? And I felt like helpless. And it made me feel down and overwhelmed. Well, then when she said that there's somebody at the post office and I can actually go there and talk to them, I felt hopeful, like, here's something I can do, Well, it turned out as she was going through the mail, that envelope, she said, this probably was missorted and, put in the wrong stack, but here it is. And, and sure enough, that's what it was. Oh, I felt such a sense of relief. But the point is that you can, by taking some action, if you're feeling down, don't just sit there and remain down. Do something, maybe like, what could I have done when I was feeling so helpless about that letter? Well, one thing, I could have tried calling the post office. I did look online to see, what do you do, when you don't receive a piece of mail? Because, this is important. I thought, well, I guess I could call the U.S. Treasury Department. I was trying to think of things to do. And then I thought, well, maybe I saw some small print. It said, sometimes the mail might take longer than what's listed here. So I thought, well, maybe I'll wait a few more days. But I took little screenshots of, the email I got and everything, showing what was supposed to arrive. Well, anyway, to make a long story short, the point is that if you're feeling down, don't just sit there and wallow in it. Do something, distract yourself, make some decisions. If you cannot have an effect on the situation that's making you feel down, then it might be good to try to do something about something else you can have an effect on. Because if you can feel better about something, it helps you feel better about other things in general, and the better you feel, the more able you are to cope with situations and not feel so overwhelmed. So anyway, we've had waiting for the former President Trump's motorcade in Cullman, Alabama. We've had making coffee, and we've had small things you can do to help you spiral upward, the upward spiral out of depression and feeling down. So anyway, I hope that some of this is of interest or of help to somebody. And, however you feel about the former president, you're entitled to your opinion. Um, all righty. Well, I'm going to go drink my coffee now. Do you hear the birds chirping? I don't know. I hear birds chirping in the background. There are probably birds chirping in the background. Well, anyway, I hope that you have a lovely day. Bye-bye.